A soft payroll print rattled the dollar today, lifting metals, equities, and Forex movers alike. The board is busy. Silver, the Dow, Bitcoin, and USDCAD are all in play, and the day's biggest mover closes the show. Silver posted a strong session, with price structure maintaining its bullish character throughout the day. The trend leans firmly higher, and the path of least resistance continues to favor an extension toward higher levels, as long as that structure holds. Broadcom held its bullish form across today's session, with price action defending key structure and closing near the upper end of its range. The trend leans higher, and the setup continues to favor further strength at higher levels, while momentum sustains. Coinbase traded with heavy tone today, with sellers maintaining control throughout the session and price failing to recover lost ground. The trend leans lower, and the path of least resistance points toward lower levels, while that bearish structure remains in place. Disney showed resilience today, with price action pushing higher and structure holding its bullish lean into the close. The trend favors continuation toward higher levels, with today's price behavior consistent with broader upside momentum in the session. The Dow recovered well through today's session, with buyers absorbing early softness and price closing at higher levels. The trend retains a bullish lean, and the structure from today's trade suggests the index is more likely to probe higher levels in the near term. Bitcoin firmed through the Monday session, with price action building on a constructive structure and the trend leaning higher. Momentum held through the close, and the path of least resistance continues to favor a grind toward higher levels while that structure is maintained. WTI crude edged higher during today's session, despite a mild bearish trend backdrop, supported by delayed hopes around the Hormuz situation and Iraq's pricing moves for Asian buyers. The path of least resistance has shifted toward higher levels in the near term, though the broader trend remains cautious. Brent traded with a mild bullish trend today, but price action showed signs of resistance at higher levels, with the probable path pointing lower from current structure. The session reflected mixed signals, and the trend suggests a reversion toward lower levels is more likely while resistance holds. Weak U.S. jobs data pressured the dollar broadly, pushing the pound and yen higher while gold pulled back from a 7-week peak on Iran uncertainty. Oil edged up as hopes for a swift Hormuz resolution faded. There are no major economic events on the calendar today. USDCAD was the standout mover of the session, with the pair sliding sharply as broad dollar weakness, driven by soft payroll data, combined with a firm Canadian dollar to extend the bearish trend. The structure leans decisively lower, and the path of least resistance continues to favor a push toward lower levels. That wraps Monday's evening recap for ForexBullion. Subscribe so the next edition lands the moment it drops, and tomorrow's morning brief checks whether today's dollar weakness held its ground. This is general market information for educational purposes only, not financial advice.